Yo, what is up guys, my name is Patrick, host of EDH Brutality, and you're watching episode 16 in a series I like to call Game Winning Jank. So without further ado, have you sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Welcome back folks, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for dropping by and your ongoing support. My name is Patrick, host of the EDH Brutality YouTube page, and you're watching Game Winning Jank, a series in which we discuss synergistic ways to close out your next EDH match. Now before we jump right into today's content, a quick and special thanks to patrons like you for making videos like this possible. It should also be mentioned that this is now the final week of our Outlaws of Thunder Junction pre-con giveaway. You currently have a 1 in 6 shots in winning this pre-constructed deck. Not too many have signed up, which is absolutely marvelous for those that have. If you're interested in potentially winning this pre-constructed deck, you have 1 week left to enter, as the final drawing will happen on June 2nd of 2024, where we will announce the sole winner of this pre-con giveaway. Details can be found down in the description below over on my Patreon page, or even in the comment section below. And just putting this out there, if we have more individuals that do sign up and stay alongside us, I do plan on hosting another giveaway with the upcoming set Modern Horizons 3. Obviously, your patronage will depend on what we select, whether that'll be another pre-constructed deck or even an entire booster box. Currently, you have a 1 in 6 chance at winning, unless more people sign up between this and next week's drawing. One last announcement before we jump right into today's synergistic combos, and that is regarding to my face. No, this is not a cut from shaving. Liar! Long story short, I was holding a board for someone's strike in martial arts, and well, it just hit me in the face. I know, quite lovely stuff happening there, but it's okay because we absolutely crushed our strikes in preparation for an upcoming tournament. I may even film it and share it all with you. But with that out of the way, we can finally jump right into today's content, which, of matter of fact, all revolve around 2 cards. The first one being Lure, and the second one being Living Plane. Now, Lure is a 1 colors and 2 green mana enchantment spell that reads, enchant creature, all creatures able to block enchanted creature do so. And Lure alone is a savage card in which we can pull off some very interesting plays. But if we want to sweeten the deal, we also are including Living Plane in all of today's combos, which is a world enchantment for 2 colors and 2 green mana with errata text that states, all lands are 1/1 creatures that are still lands. And now that we have a better understanding of the 2 cards we will be building around for today's combos, it is time to get into the cards to capitalize off them. The first being Cockatrice. Coming in at 3 colors and 2 green mana, this 2/4 flying creature reads, whenever Cockatrice blocks or becomes blocked by a non-wall creature, destroy that creature at end of combat. Which goes exceedingly well if we equate Lure into the equation here, making sure that any creature on our opponent's board is destroyed, since it is technically blocking our Cockatrice. Not to mention, if we do also have the Living Plane on board, this will also include our opponent's untapped lands. Of course, they can always tap lands in response to blocks, so they are no longer able to block the Cockatrice, but this will also open up your game plan, as their mana will now be spent during combat, and they will no longer have any mana available for counter magic.
Yeah, baby! Yeah.
The second combo of the day that revolves around our card Lure happens to be Elven Warhounds, coming in at 3 colors and 1 green mana. This 2/2 Summon Hound reads, if Elven Warhounds is blocked by any creature, put that creature on top of its owner's library. And I must say, Elven Warhounds paired with Lure is much more sinister than the previous synergy using Cockatrice. Not only are we board wiping for a more mana efficient synergy here, but we are also throwing any creature board wiped this way back to the top of its owner's library, which equates to hosing our opponent's draws for several turns based on how large their board state is when we pull this move off. Not to mention, with that Living Plains in play, if they don't tap their mana in response, their lands will go too. What I love most about this synergy here is the Elven Warhounds does trigger on blocks before damage, which means this is a repeatable effect as long as the Elven Warhounds is not removed from play through other means. If you thought that was spicy, however, wait until you hear this next one. It does unfortunately require a bit more setup to pull off, but it is well worth it. Starting things off, we have Spore Frog coming in at 1 green mana. This 1/1 creature frog reads: sacrifice Spore Frog, prevent all combat damage to be dealt this turn, which ultimately allows us to play a card like the Wretched, coming in at 3 colors in 2 black mana. This 2/5 Summon Wretched reads: at the end of combat, take control of all creatures that blocked the Wretched. The Wretched does not tap or untap these creatures. You lose control of these creatures if the Wretched leaves play, or if you lose control of the Wretched. And as usual, if this is paired with Lure as well as Living Plane, this will result in you gaining control of your entire opponent's board. And that's why we have the Spore Frog incorporated in this combo, because we have to keep the Wretched alive once it is enchanted with Lure and goes in for an attack. After all, if we do lose control of the Wretched, well, there goes all of our creatures.
Small brain! Very small! My brain is so tiny!
And when I mean our creatures, I mean our opponents. So yeah, very saucy combo. I like the synergy, and if you ever do pull it off in a game, my goodness, it'll be one to remember. And last but not least, our final synergy of the day, incorporating both a Living Plane as well as Lure, happens to be the creature known as Engulfing Slagworm. Engulfing Slagworm is a 7/7 creature worm for 5 colors in 2 green mana that reads: whenever Engulfing Slagworm blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, destroy that creature. You gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Which is just pure insanity, because not only are we wiping our opponent's boards by doing so, but we are also gaining that much life equal to the total toughness wiped.
Big brain!
Now, of course, there are plenty of other cards we can incorporate with Lure, as well as the fact that Living Plane can get shut down easily by just tapping lands in response. But if you pair the two, not only does it prevent counter magic, but it really creates a unique way of wiping our opponent's boards clean. And with that, we'll conclude today's episode of Game Winning Jank. If you have a unique yet synergistic combo you would like showcased in the next episode, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. A quick and friendly reminder before I leave you all for the day: the final drawing for our Outlaws of Thunder Junction giveaway will be happening next week, June 2nd, 2024. So if that's something you were interested in entering, feel free to do so down in my Patreon linked below. So with that out of the way, if you want to stay tuned for future videos here on the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell down in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. So that my name is Patrick, host of EDH Brutality. I thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.